Hello and welcome. Right, I I was just sort of putting that on, and I've done the two barley fields. We've actually got three, but yeah, the two that are closest to here. One of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this area, because it's probably one of the few areas we've got that we could actually use, but it's all got like lots of bushes. So we're going to have some workmen in, and we're literally going to like clear this out. So how are we going to do this? Leveling? We could do a level, I suppose. No, that doesn't. It just gets rid of the... No, it's really... You've got to paint it, haven't you? It's has always been that way. So we'll do it with grass. It doesn't like do so much damage, really. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, just get rid of a bit of clearing up of this area. Because then you can see... it's quite amazing. If you've got bushes in the way, you really can't sort of gauge like how much room there is, which there really is quite a lot of room here. It may be one of those that we have got a little choice but to put one of our first productions, because it's very busy, the farmyard, very busy. So, and there's what I mean is, yeah, I'll put it differently. There's not much room for us to actually put anything. Probably we could also get rid of the clamp, which if we're going the self-sufficiency, which I am, then that would make a bit of sense that we would go that way, because yeah, so there's a bit of room here but not a lot. No, it's one we can get rid of. Yeah, this is all prime space, one of the few bits we have got all in this area. So yeah, I'm not sure we'll get anything down here, but I don't know, it's sort of surprising that I think it's a one we do. Oh no, it isn't. You can actually get rid of it. So we're going brush cutting, because they're saying this really also is one of those bit of an asset that you've actually... See, you could have got there. I was right. Yeah, we'll just get rid of some of the brush. And so you can sort of sneak through here, really. Oh no, it's an embankment. I don't think we can, but we could use the room. That's definitely true. We can actually get through. There is a bit of a cut through. Yeah, it's all about... We've got to like... that's really does need chopping. I think that one does too. That's a proper bush. Whereas these ones, I'm not sure actually with that one. I think I've just not... No, it really is. Yeah, it's a... That kind are definitely proper. But you can see it really has opened this up. Obviously there's a few trees we can literally... Those particular type that we can, as well as that one, and it really will. I would say that you get a production in there. That's what I mean. There's a few trees that obviously, yeah, like that need chopping down, and that's probably opened that up. Let's also get rid of the clamp. We have got some. We have got some bales though. We want to get rid of that, and we want to enter demolition mode. Or selling mode, really. Yes, we do. Because we might have to put one of our productions down here. And it is an enclosed area. We've obviously got that open. You know, no, it's sealed. There's still that there. It's part of the farmyard. So the wall, I'd imagine, is a fixture we cannot, and I don't particularly want to get rid of it. So I think there's a room there for production. And just about a bit of room there for a production. Maybe a room there for production, but apart from that, I suppose we may have to rob that, but this is all like ways in and ways out. There's very little room on our land for like anything else. This is a big field, this one. I really like this one. We had this one ourselves, but I don't think it was this shape. I think the two were two together, so this is almost like three. And then there's another one there, which is also... What is this going on here? Oh, is that ours? It looks like it's our garden. Yeah, it does a bit actually. Let's have a look, shall we? It would be nice to... Let's set this going. Yeah, let's like not be silly now. This is going to be quite difficult for us to... That is a bit tight, isn't it? Ooh, just a little. I mean, it's so little, so tight that actually I'm struggling to get through, and this is the Evian, so... Wow. Right, okay, this is going to be a bit of a tricky one, isn't it? We're going to need to, like, I think, sort of scrunch a little. And then sort of, like, lean back a little, drop it. And then sneak past without, hopefully, doing it much damage at all. It should just about, if we're fortunate, we don't nudge it too much. Actually, yeah, I think this Oxygen David, I think, treated us to the Evian. I think we were... Oh, that's going to be very, very tight. Yeah, I thought so. We lost at least 2 or 3 little bits there. Let's just... need to swap fields. Because we're on 17 at the minute, and we need to be on 16. So, right, let's grab this. Is this that... Was that area hours? It was. Yeah, so that garden bit there, that is... maybe something else we could develop or not. We shall see. Yeah, if it's the garden, then I don't think the missus will very much like it. But right, so what were we going to do? We were... that's a good question, actually. What was I going to do? Oh, we own a dairy. That's interesting. Owned dairy. Fantastic. Available lumber sale points. So... what's the cycles like on this beast? Buffalo mozzarella, 480 times 3. That's not bad. No, it isn't. Not at all. Yeah, that's quite good. I like it. Right, so then let's swap fields to the correct one. I think would always be a good idea. And I'm going to go into my first time lapse here because this is going to take a while. It really is. Yeah, click when we need to load it out because we loaded the other one. Right, okay, so then let's get cracking. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, we're going to come out the time. Let's leave them like chugging along, and we're going to see if we can put the first production down that I think, and sort of see if there is enough space. I would have thought that there's a fence, a gate there. We do really need to leave that. So there is a bit in that corner where we cleared that, where that looks fairly flat as well. So with us having barley and doing this particular thing, I think we're going to go with my new the whiskey production, because it's really primarily a barley based thing, which is, I've always thought barley was one of those products that really didn't have much love. Let's see if I can find it. Cannery soup, bionic meal, luxury desserts, Spinny Taylor, grapes and oils, and straw factory. We may well go with that as well, I think. So cement factory, is that still broken? Yeah, it's still broken. I have had another go at it, but bionic dairy. We have a dairy already. Whiskey factory. Here we go. No, it's one of those. Right, so really it's best to stick in a corner like that. We need to put it in B mode, I think. So I think let's do a bit of leveling. I had to think about that one. I thought and it might seem a bit odd to a lot of people, but it's and it probably is by most people's standards, but sometimes you've got to think outside the box. And I was thinking, I really need like a thing in the middle of all the grass fields. So I was trying to look for, I was thinking, do I do this? And I thought, well, to be honest, I think it's probably one of the few options you've actually got. So let's go, we'll level it right up to that point to maximise. I don't think we need all of that actually though. Why is that dropped? When I held my button on all of the time, I don't get it. Right, so then it's gone right back to the beginning. So it's a 27,777 one, which a lot of my specialists, they're all start at that really. Basically, they're really, really special ones, or the supers if they're a normal. So the whiskey factory. And it's the trees. There's a bit of a tree in the way. It does seem a little bit odd as well that certain bits, it's a bit temperamental about where you can actually. Has that got B mode on? No, that's free mode, or is it cause it there? Yeah, let's just check that we need to. It should be. We've just leveled it. It should be as flat as a pancake, really. So this is the first mod we're going to go with, and that's the point. What are we going to do? We're stuck. We are indeed, because someone has abandoned a tractor. It's a decent headland, so yeah, the mover. Let's grab the mover. Should be able to move things on its own. Really, it should be able to, unless it gets stuck. Now, so we want to raise this up. Yeah, I suppose. Really, I think I'm gonna have to go back into that time lapse because seriously, you know, you're a real pain because you could easily do that. You're just being like ridiculously. I mean, it's only because I'm in the corner, no doubt, because you're not going to do that again, but it's a bit ridiculous, really. Right, so let's grab this and let's crack on. Yeah, I'm going to have to juggle, aren't I? I am. It's a first session. You can't, like, not do this, so let's get cracking. Yeah. So I'm going to windrow and offload this 2-hour production cycle. So this should be sort of pretty central. So I'm going to say my words. Why did that not switch on? Yeah, I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. No. Yeah, with that, so we're going to go with that. We may well do the straw factory as well. But then it means we're going to have to continue. Of it, like any business, you've got to sort of decide there's a specialism, really. And if you're going to do that, then obviously you've got to sort of stick with it as well. Did he just go through the hedge with his mower? I think he did. Yes, it's a lovely. I do love the effects on that. I think I may have gone a little bit mad with the grass, the mowy effect. I've got like there's about 4 on there. My bad. No, you're gonna go and bump into the. I know what you're gonna do before you do it. You can like moan about the gates. So like, do you know something? We'll shut them in advance. And you're not gonna moan, are you? Seriously? How much space do you want, mate? Gordon Bennett. Do you know this backing up to everything malarkey? It's ridiculous. Right, anyway, yes, I apologise for my, well, it is ridiculous, but yeah, I should be more patient, I should. Right, I'm going to say my words, I'm going to see you guys and gals. Now, I was explaining once before I got so rudely interrupted by this, yes. Yeah, so obviously grass is important. We do need a self-sufficiency, without a shadow of a doubt, because it will assist us in lots of things, which then does open a few businesses out for us. But right, we're filled already. So can we see? Yeah, I think we can. I think we've given ourselves an option for both sides. Yeah, there's a bit of a ramp. I'm not sure. Shouldn't really need to go. That's what I say. The beauty of this is it's got a real reach on it. So it really doesn't care about the ramp a lot. But I suppose it does a bit, actually. No, a bit more than you think. Not a lot, though. Wow. It's got a real reach on it. It's a phenomenal thing. And that's what I thought. If you're going loose, you've got to be close to your... Ooh, am I stuck? I am. It's the hedges. It's like treating them as... Yeah. It's not liking the fact that it's treating. I think the hedges have got collisions on for certain things, and that will be one of them. So we need to retrieve it. So that's going to be a bit of fun. Might need to widen that out a bit so that that's got better access. I didn't want to lose too much of the fields, and I know some hedges have got collisions and some haven't. So. Should be able to escape from that now. I suppose we could actually just use this. I mean, I know you can do it, so let's just drag it with the tractor. It's a bit more powerful. Right, so I'm going to go back into that time lapse. Yeah, so we've got the whiskey mod to start with, which means we also can do it with corn and... in fact, yeah, let me show you, because obviously this is not common knowledge, as in like this is only unique to myself. So. Yeah, we've got barley and corn, and the vintage barley and vintage corn. Now, obviously, they're worth a lot more cash, but they do take a lot longer. They're very, very slow. So we will be doing them all. So we want to be doing some corn as well as barley. If we're going to maximise on this, we need to do that. So it does also mean that we need to be like replanting some barley again for next year. But I'm not sure. Are we going to have all of these as grass fields? We might have to. Mind you, I suppose for this first year we could actually redo the barley for now. That's not a terrible thing. Oh, seriously. Okay, we're on our way. Do you know, you're useless. You look how close you are to that. I may have got me moaning head on. It is true though, I've got unload on it. I don't understand why. Oh, this is going to struggle in it. It's a little 116, but I'm sorry, but this is what we've got. You'd have to struggle because that's, what we've actually got at the minute. So, I mean, we've got a herd of cattle to actually raise. I'm wondering about putting another cow barn down to sort of rear them, because otherwise they're filled already and all they can do is like grow older, but they are like milkers, so we really could do with we'll sort of have to, I think, though, because even waste a field literally puts it down in a field, I think. I can't remember how big this is. There's 16 tonner, 19 tonner, 18 tonner, something like that. It's looking like it's, something like that. I should just about get all of this in. Obviously precision farming we've not got, but to be honest, it's something I used to worry about. I used to run around scanning the fields, and then I think, well, hang on a minute. You can't alter what is. If it wasn't done beforehand and it wasn't looked after, then the bottom line is you're wasting your time. I think we're only going to do this one field though. It's going to be a bit of a slow, but it would be. The equipment it's small. You can't expect to build Rome in a day. But I just thought we'd make a start, get a bit of work done, but it is taking a while because it's a 6.2 metre header, really. I'm not sure if the Evian can actually cope with a bigger header. Not sure what horsepower it is. Now then, who is below this time? Oh no, that's my fault, Patty. I do apologise. I did abandon ship somewhat, right in your way. That really was my fault. Right, anyway, time lapse. Let's get this finished. We'll get as many of these grass fields done as possible. It is true, we really probably are better suited to convert some of these to... this has be a good grass one because it's got access. So I think this one should remain grass. We'll see the ones that are best got from... Right, that's that build. So that's 50 odd tons. I think which would be the best, but then again I suppose my strategy was based upon the grass. We could I suppose go for a BGA. It sort of is very in keeping with almost any sort of farm, so let's just... Oh, okay, I was going to twizzle you around. I didn't realise... Wow. See, it's got a real beautiful boom, this has. Yeah, we might actually keep this as grass. Make some sort of TMR as well. Finished work. Who has finished work? Surely. Oh, you have finished your work. Well, we will set you going on the next field, I think. Yeah, so this is based upon the bar mower that we had in FS19 and FS22, but it has had its structural integrity toughened up a little because I think an 11 metre would need such. It couldn't really be still. Yeah, it's not. It does when it raises up like that. It lowers the back mower. It's yeah, it's a bit of a weird the way that it does it, but I can't have it move unless I do follow the rules of this particular thing. Now, what I'm going to do, because I know this is going to be a little bit naughty. I know it's going to lose a little bit of field, but otherwise it's going to cause a bit of issues going past this and going to get walloped, and it's going to drive everybody crazy. We're not going to go mad. Just a little bit of painting, just so as it knows to avoid that like that. That one's okay. Although, yeah, it looks a bit odd with the... Yeah, I know we've got rid of the road, but it did look a bit odd. I might actually put a bit of a... Right, okay, so now it should go. So this is field. Field what? Fields 8. Okay, so let's put a new folder. And we want to do a 11 metre. Now the same again, it should be 3. This is a bigger field actually. These are all... Wow, I thought 11 was the biggest, but actually it's not. So let's 8. Save course 11 meters. Yeah, I am sort of debating whether or not to put an attacher on this that actually let's go, that can actually drag the mover with it, but it's still not 100% sure that I think it's a bit counterproductive, so I think we'll just stick to the mover on its own. It's still windrows and is a bit of a... Why are you... I want to jump into the tractor. I don't want to visit the field. So then, let's get this done. Yeah, so time-lapse time, I think. And we'll see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I think we'll empty that because that's going to be fun, I think. I have a feeling that it's going to be fun. We won't set this going, we'll set it going next session, but we will grab it literally ready for next session. We'll put field 17. Oh, no, that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to clear and load. Yeah, and that should be ready to rock and roll next session. Yeah, so yeah, we'll just empty. Yeah, in fact, while that's we need to fuel it, and so we need to grab some fuel from the. Have we got a fuel point? I didn't see one. But so we should investigate a little bit. Oh, it's the workshop. Yeah, right. Okay, so can you sell that then? Because it would make a bit of room. We don't know. What we should do, we should see what it's going to do for us. I think, as in, like, will it make an improvement or not? Or it's got a very small hold. This has very small hold. I am sort of depending on its value, to sort of like trade it in. I did on. Oh, that's a point. Yeah, you can't do that. We need to stick that on the header trader. So, yeah, we'll grab the straw another session, definitely. No, that's still working nicely. So let's just grab this 60-odd ton, because this, it's just, no, it is a solid axle, so it's not going to be too much trouble reversing up to that. Well, yeah, but there's another silo. Wanted to have a go at this one, really. It's a bit of a it's a bit of a tough one, isn't it, really? Not quite there, not quite there. Also, are we like back? Is it back? Yes, it is. So that's obviously we're still not there. Oh. This is the filling bits, not the actual emptying, which I would have thought it was. Okay. Would have really thought that was. We don't really know what it's filling. No, it's really saying no. So, where is the silo itself? I did see it. It is. No, it is. It is where we are, yeah. This is the silo, I believe. Isn't it? Am I imagining this? It's sort of hidden, isn't it, really, in a... But I do think that is it. No, there is... Anyway, I don't know. Why are we worried about this? Aren't we supposed to be making whiskey with this? I will not stick it in a silo. Let's stick this in there, and at least now then. The other thing is, obviously, we do need to buy some sugar. So we need to have a quick look, I think, and we'll crack on with the rest of the work in next session. I'll just show you, because again, as I said, really, this is not a general release item. So yeah, so there's barley, sugar, and sugar, corn, and sugar, and that. So yeah, we need to make some sugar. So do we actually buy, do we do a sugar factory and in time do both sides of it? But for now we obviously can't. We just need to buy the like sugar beet in off other farmers and actually make that. Yeah, we might get a delivery point built that we can buy sugar beet from and make sugar. I even have some imported sugar cane, so we can actually do quite well with it, I think. So let's get this in, and we will start. It's a shame you can't buy things, isn't it? So with that in mind, if that is what we're doing, is that... Why did that say... Oh, I know why. I'm being silly. It's got me again. Yeah, it's alright. What I am trying to do is move all of the chevron areas to the grain grate so that it looks like, because it's a production, it dumps into the ground, but I can move that so it does dump into the grate. So I'm gonna do that, but I just haven't done it yet. I was when I made this model, I was in the middle of like moving from one sort of like type to another, and of course it looks like a silo, whereas really it's a production. Yeah, it keeps on catching me out because you think it's a silo. No, it's not. It's a production. It just looks like a silo. Yeah, and I get myself with that so frequently. So then we're going to feed the animals, so we really ought to be sensible about the location of this point. That's wasted space there. We could tip it over that particular fence if the land is ours, which I think it is. I think all of this area is ours. So again, I'd like to sort of try and box a bit clever and actually, like do things that don't waste space, because I've got to be honest, wasted space is so very easy like to do. We might need to put this in B mode, so it's not a bad place, I suppose. Yeah, we just got to make sure it doesn't do the risey trick like that, so that you could just, I think we need to do it more like, yes, if you don't, no, that would do. I don't care if it goes through the, just see if that actually is as good as it looks, because it doesn't look too terrible. Now we need to raise it up to the point of around there, and then level from that point, I think. Yeah, otherwise it's going to be a bit odd. And then we'll soften around. I'll have to level, no, not level. Yeah, just like soften a little, just to get the grate back. Always works. It was a bit, risen, so yeah, we should be able to buy the bits and bobs for that when it's really taken up only space that he says as he crashes into the wall. It's only taken up space that would have been wasted because it's on the other side of the wall, so we can actually back up to that, grab any TMR, grab any sugar that we need, and actually put some sugar. And obviously we need a sugar factory there. Let's do that as well. Could do that right next door, thinking about it. Wouldn't be a too terrible thing, because there's a bit of space there. Or we could sort of go right next to that. So I've not been very generous there, have I? Yeah, I think that corner's probably not a bad idea. Let's just, yeah, like level that area like that. Be careful, let's like do there. I think that'll do. We're going to go standard sugar. I think it's a sugar. I think is all that really is needed, rather than a super duper duper. Or do we go bionic? I'm trying to think about in the future. You'd sometimes regret, going for a weaker one to begin with, when you should have gone for a, bionic sugar mill. That's a little sugar mill. Let's go bionic. Let's go middle. Again, we could. I think that will suit it more like that. And then it's the wall you are over. Yeah, but we've just made that as flat as a pancake. So do you know? We don't particularly care. So if we do that like that, it's not really gonna pallet. So go right up to the grate though. Fantastic. Okay. No, yeah, we'll leave it for then. We'll think about design strategies later on. So we will get some sugar into that next session. The sugar mill, that's the only sign that I actually designed myself, the sugar mill. All of the others were done by AI. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased with them. Mine is the worst of the lot. It's It probably is, actually. That's true. Yeah, the whiskey production, barley, corn, sugar distillery and barrels. Yeah, I do. I'm not sure about the... I like this. It's very high res, but it looks a bit odd with having like darks and lights. I'm not sure. I was trying to go for it looking like a keg, as in like, you know, like almost like a whiskey barrel itself. So I think we should find that our field, a second field, is now completely finished, because this is just that good. Yay, fantastic it is. So next session we'll get this little... It does make short work of things, really. Is there a way into that bit? I don't think there is, but we can sort of sneak. But I don't think there's a real need, really. I think we can sneak up there. We can do it, really, but I mean, there's a gate at the top, so to me there's not a real need to do such a thing. Is there a way? I'm not sure, because I couldn't find a way into the field from like this way on now, because I was... Yeah, there's one other thing I would like to sort of mention now before... yeah, there isn't... No, so it would have been really good if there was a gate there. Are we allowed to delete and put a gate in? I doubt it. I doubt it. If I know this map maker, as I think I do... Well, no, I don't know. I won't say that. I won't say that. So if we do demolition mode, can we get rid of any of the fence? And you were totally right to say what you did, because you were right all along. No, you can't. You could do that, I suppose. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Maybe I could do what I'm thinking. I'd like to join the farm up really with there, because it makes sense with having the gate there. I did think it was probably joined up like that, but it's not. Yeah, but the one thing I am going to say is, I was looking at this earlier. Can we get rid of the farmland malarkey? This is, for us, is an odd field. It's just out of character and not really, personally for us, a very good sort of fit. Whereas this sort of fits well. Even 33 would be better than like 165. So with that in mind, we are going to sell that. 33 is obviously bigger. Do we need any more grass fields? I'm thinking like in time. What about this one down here? It's only 38,000, but we'll have stuff in it, so we shall see. We can't. I think that is... It's one of the new vegetables, like green beans or something like that. The blue it is green beans, you were right. Yeah, so that's green beans and field 9. This is a good field, but again, it's not out of our range, really, but that would be perfect, because it's literally behind us. So, again, that's, like going to be green beans 2, because that's green beans, so yes. So we've done one of our 3 big fields. 17 is a little bit bigger. We'll do that next session. I think we'll easily get rid of all of our grass fields. And it is true, all of these down here are probably not a bad fit for us. They're all pretty much... I thought I'd go for the... I think the corner production silo. It fits very well in tight spaces. That's why I put that one. But it really isn't the biggest. Yeah, it's more of a pusher than anything. It's only the 250,000 litre job. It's not my 500,000 or my the huge one. So yeah, I'll think about that. It is true. It could, because the ground does raise up. It's a bit of a shame that we can't, get back up to the farm this away. So I'll give it some thought. It does rise up. It is possible we could completely bury that, as I have done on other Let's Plays, but actually make it quite believably, not a bit better than that kind where you're doing that, where you sort of... can we sneak through that as well? That was my concern, because I'm not sure whether we blocked from going through the hedges, in which case we're sort of... This is going to be a bit of a... I think we can do it. Yeah, it's a bit tight, but yeah, it is a bit tight, but we can do it. That's all that really matters. So yeah, this down here then would be, again, the entrance to this field, and then there's this little tiny bit of an area, which I think probably comes with all of the fields, if we could have a quick look. Is this bit here? Yeah. 5. So is this? I think this is like. No, is it with 4? No, it's not. 7. No, is this bit of land here is like nobody's. Yeah, this so it can't be developed. Unfortunately, a bit of land there. So yes, we don't own the periphery or anything silly, do we? It's not one of those maps where you can buy the periphery. There's not any secret button anywhere that you can like. What is that there? Oh, that's the dairy. So it's right. Okay, well, we obviously, the other thing is that although we've got the Rough Lane cattle shed, we really do need to have a proper one. That's what I was thinking. It may be best to have a look at field 6 and visit that. And I think this may well be, being as the dairy. Yeah, again, that is the other point. Field 2 would probably be the better. Let's visit that one because it's right next to the dairy. A sensible person has designs his things around his productions. How do we get to you? Is there a nice way in? It doesn't involve us like burying a... Well, actually then, it looking more like field 1 is probably the better option because it looks very much like... let's have a look. Yeah, it's all been work, hasn't it? It's, I think it's got to be balanced. You've got to make your plans and all the rest of it as well as... So there's no way into the field 1. It's a nice dairy. It is, I like it. Ooh. We've got some milk. Wow. That's a nice surprise. It really is. Right, so where do we get into either of these two fields from the dairy? It's got to be good as access as possible to one of these fields, even if it's the one across the road and it's more, and we make grass in it. I like the lines. That's nice. So field 1 is all the way down here. So that's not terribly good. Not really. So field 21 could make an entrance by chopping the trees down, or we could go the proper way, which I would say is about here, and so is 2. So 2 and 21, and there's 22, which I would imagine that's going to be a shed load of cash because it's rather large, and that's got crop in it. But it's true, that's not too terrible far away. But then field 2, where is the entrance to 2 then? This is going to be an inner one, isn't it? It's going to be one of them that borders right next to that, but really you've got no way of getting into it. Because there's a fence and all sorts of stuff like so. Yeah, but even this is right next to the dairy. It doesn't really matter though, does it? Not truthfully, think about it. It's really just about yeah, because we can do a production silo or something like that in here. So really, this is probably, it's not only, it's also big-ish, is what I'm thinking. Because one entrance is right the way down there. There's no sneaky back way. Let's just have a quick look. Is there anything we could actually do to make this work? Oh, no collisions on that. I don't think we can. I don't think we're supposed to either. No. There's no sneaky back door or anything like that. Or the milk churny thingies are in there. Oh, they're not really. Yeah, but there's posts and all manner of things. Again, I'll give it some thought. I don't want to use that trick too much, but sometimes you've got to, because you've and in real life you just rip the hedge down, but obviously you can't do that, and I don't want to go back to map editing, so sometimes you've got only clunky options. There are other options. I presume if we own the dairy, we also own now we're at the edge of the map, so it's not liking this. There are ramps. That's another option. You can go for a double ramp. I've done this before, but it would look a bit odd here. Don't think anyone can own that field. If you were going to do a ramp, probably that would be the best place. So this would make the better of the two fields, if you were going to do that. So let's have a go. Just to see. We know we can't do it because we're not bought the field, but let's have a bit of a go. I think they are. It's under tools, I think. I'm sure it is the ramps. There's a few now. This is my old favourite. It's a real... Can we go... We could sort of like build it up first, but you'd need one in here as well. It has to join. Oh, it isn't owned by you. We own the production, we don't own the land. We could sort of, I suppose. Yeah, I've tried that before on Ballyspring. It's a bit awkward. Yeah, and you're going to waste your field. It's got to be done at an edge, really. So, do we honestly not own the land? Well, let's have a look. Can you buy it? You know, because sometimes the production itself... No, it's deliberately that you can't, you don't own the land. So that's a bit of a beast. It is. Right, okay, so the 2 is definitely the best. It is. Yeah, so we shall, what's 177? Huh. Is someone's house. Obviously, right, okay, we just saw this, didn't we? Right, I think I'm meandering because I'm getting a little bit tired. I think that's what it is, yeah. It's so this is, we could buy 177 as a house. It does come with quite a bit of, which is, well, you'd imagine it'd be quite a bit. So I think field 2 is still the closest, and we will consider our entry point. I think we'll just stick to like normal. I don't think we need to. Sometimes I get a bit carried away with like, oh, I need good access, and you like think, well, you could sort of really make do with it as it is. So then, with that in mind, let's buy field 2. Yes, we've made our decision. We've moved from field 165 down to here because it makes more sense, I think, personally, for us. We'll have the cows. And we'll move the cows from here when they get older to here, and then we'll leave some of the herd up there to have bairns, which would be 20. We'll leave 20 and 20, and we'll bring 20 and 20 down to this one to literally become milkers, and we'll do a bit of jiggery pokery, I think, to... should we stick the place down, I think? Yeah, let's do that. So let's have a few little looks at. So there's a field entrance there. So we want animals, and we want the BI Industries. Stupendous. So we want this as big as possible. So I've got to think about where is the field entrance. Is here. Right, okay, so we want that. Like so. We want the enclosure is the bit that needs to like go as big as possible. So what that gives us plenty of room in. We do indeed want to customize the fence, and we've got to think about this carefully. We've got to want to take as much of this as possible because it means that we get more animals. Huh? That's a shame we can't just use the actual field edge, isn't it, really? But you're not allowed, so... we're going to go as big as we possibly can. Which is going to cost us a fortune, but... You've got to sometimes, you know, like do as best you can in these situations. I think it's such a waste, isn't it? It's like having to like do. Oh, why's that gone like weird like that? Okay, we need to like approach this from a different vector. I think it's not. It's a bit expensive, this fence in Malarkey, especially when you consider you really shouldn't need to do this because it's enclosed. But game mechanics rule is king, as I frequently say. So it is what it is, right? So then, now I think giants have broken manure again. We do indeed want to plant a meadow. Yes, please. And we also want to stick a manure thing, even though I think giants have broken everything, and so therefore it will not work very much at all. Oh, it's this one. Mine's in silos. This is working. Do we do it? I think so. It's not a bad place. There's still plenty of room for the slurry. Can we twizzle it a bit? Did it go that away? Oh, it's... I suppose we could sort of do it there. Oh, okay. I think that's probably better. Let's go and have a look. Are we... Let's go and visit. So that's seriously, really serious. Oh, but we have got our animals. You've got to remember that, really. That's the good thing, is the fact that we've already got... Right, this is an additional tank to make an awful lot of like storage for the slurry. So, but the trouble is the animals go inside it, of course, typically. I wish I could, like... I don't know why giants did that. It's like it's definitely an unimprovement over what used to be in FS19 and 22. You could tell the animals exactly where you needed them to go and where you didn't want them to go. Now you can't. It's just ridiculous. Now then, can we? Is this connected to? We need to go inside it. It is indeed. So at the minute, again, this is what used to happen. It'll be interesting to see. You'd put this down, it'd say it was connected to, and then you'd come back in after another session and it would then say it's not working. So we will shift our animals down and get them fed. Obviously they're very, very young, so it's going to take a while. We're going to have some adults. We're going to buy like 20 cows or something. I think we'll do that next session. Yes, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. I just had a thought. It's true, really, isn't it? We're sort of going to have to buy this field, aren't we? That's that one there. I mean, not necessarily now, but canola. We really do need a way in, which is here is the gate. Is there an entrance from the grass fields? There's a bit of a path here. It does make you wonder, but again, I still need to buy this field really to actually have good access. Yeah, this leads to that one. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, we'll leave it there because I could go on forever, couldn't I? Really, it is true. It would make sense in a way for good access, but we can still get there from the road, can't we? Oh no, I don't think we can. I don't think there's a way in, is there? No, I think that there is no entrance other than that gate. We did see that. Yeah, it was... Please tell me I haven't blocked the way in, and there was a way in, and I've blocked it off now with this huge fence. I don't think there was. No, really, I am right. I have not done anything bad like that. It really was already... pretty much like that. So how many... Oh, that's the point. How many animals are we allowed? Because this is a rather large enclosure that costs us rather a lot of cash. So let's see how many animals that's allowed for us, because it's 100 animals normally, but obviously it increases with the size. 156 animals. That's not bad. But it's slightly bigger, but that's still very good. So this is the only way in to the field, unfortunately. So really, I think we're going to have to buy this canola field. I do. I think it makes a bit of sense. And then we can... Let's just grab that vehicle. Just have a quick reconnoitre. I think we can sneak through there. And then this is another... I mean, we'd have to be granted access. It'd have to work like that. wouldn't it really? Oh no, you're here. That's it. It's in here, and then we go through there. So, yeah, we've done it. By Jove, we've joined it, everything up. So that will now work. Oh, we've got a bit of some crop going in the wrong place going on here. So yes, we can do it. Oh, that is a bit interesting, isn't it? Someone's got a bit slapdash with some. It would sort of make sense if we bought Field 5 probably as a staging area for like different things. This is this our field? Oh no, it's not. No. Just trying to get a feel for this, but I mean I'm trying to build Rome in a day, I think, as well. Yeah, that it's through here, isn't it? Like we just saw, which we can't buy this patch of land. We've just seen that as well. So yeah, it's a bit of it's just no man's land. Wink, wink. Right, so that is it. Yeah, we've got a lot of work to do next session. We've sort of set the seed. We've put a few things down. No doubt people will be scratching their heads about that one, but I've done it a few times. Sometimes, again, it's you either scrunching a bit, isn't it? Might need to do something about that. Will it let you go through the hedge? Is it one of those kind of hedges? Perhaps it's got collisions for certain things. I wrecked this as well. I need to like fix this because I didn't. Yeah, I wrecked it a bit. Yeah. Right. Yes. Anyway. Yes. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.